Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a size 18 bluing olive parachute. The hook I have in the vise is a standard length size 18 dry fly hook, and I'm going to use Vivis 16/0 thread. You don't want to use anything larger than 8/0. If you use anything larger, you'll get too much thread buildup. We're going to bring that back halfway and return half of that. For our wing, I don't have any slate poly yarn, so I have white poly yarn and I made it slate using a black marker. You just lightly touch it, lightly rub it, and you'll get slate instead of black. I'm only going to take a small piece of it. This is maybe 1/10 of the original size. I'm going to tie that in. And my piece on the front is very long because when I trim it, I'm going to use it for another one. We have it tied in. We're going to take them and bring them up, and we're going to wind around them. There we go, and I'm going to bring it back down. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. I'm not going to take it to size, I'm just going to get it more manageable. And we stopped our thread where it would hang at the barb of the hook. For our tail, we're going to use a blue dun hackle. And when I take these off, I'm going to hold in my finger the amount I want the tail to be, and then pull them off, and now I can trim that. And tie them in. If you have problems with your tail rolling, hold it towards you and the thread will bring it right on top. I'm going to turn it sideways slightly. I have bluing olive superfine dubbing, and I'm going to spin a very thin noodle. It's pretty easy with the superfine because it stretches. You can stretch it out pretty far. And now I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. I'm going to go forward a little bit and then bring it back. I'm going to put a wrap underneath the tail. The reason I went forward was just to get some of that undubbed thread used. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a little figure 8 around the wing post. Now I'm going to use a blue dun hackle. I have the end trimmed. Going to tie that in. Bring that up to the wing post and then wrap up the wing post. And I'm going to come up to the top here. I'm going to make the head. I will take just a little pinch more of dubbing. We're going to finish off that thorax area. And we're going to wrap the thread around the wing post one time. Going to take the hackle and wind that around the wing post and wind that down. And when we have sufficient hackle, let me give it one more. I'm going to take the thread, I'm going to turn this slightly so I can see under the hackle. Give it a couple wraps and then lift that excess hackle and wrap under it. Then we can remove the excess hackle. Now I'm going to use my fingers and give it a whip finish. And you don't want to get any of the hackle tied down. I'm going to put my whip finisher hook on the thread. Going to put head cement on the left side as I'm looking at it. And when I pull it, it's going to pull the head cement right in. And we have a secure hackle. Go ahead and remove that. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut my hackle. I'm going to cut it down towards the back. Make that a little bit shorter. And here we have it, size 18 bluing olive parachute. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.